Orange County Blues and your Pittsburgh Riverhounds. The teams are escorted to the field tonight by members of the Pittsburgh Police Department. Please welcome Regina McDonald, Acting Chief, Master Patrol Officer Schmidt, Master Patrol Officer McNamara, and Officer Lockhart from the Pittsburgh Police K-9 Unit, and Jarris. Now for tonight's starting lineups. First, the starting 11 for the visiting Orange County Blues. In goal, number 24, Aaron Perez. On the fence, number 13, Rashad Momini. On the fence, number 21, Taylor Pay. On the fence, number 29, Elise Garcia. On the fence, number 6, James Turner. At midfield, number 18, Seth Moses. At midfield, number 28, Tersu Abufadi. At midfield, number 16, Edgar Santana. At forward, number 9, Chris Cortez. At forward, number 10, Cesar Rivera. And at forward, number 19, Alex Martinez. The Blues are coached by Dariush Yazdani. And now, for your Pittsburgh Riverhounds. In goal, number 30, Mike Lesh. On defense, number 20, Matt Dolman. On defense, number 15, Andrew Marshall. On defense, number 21, Anthony Arena. On defense, number 5, Sterling Flunder. At midfield, number 2, Rob Vincent. At midfield, number 10, Kevin Kerr. At midfield, number 16, Danny Earls. At midfield, number 8, Mike Green. At forward, number 7, Jason Johnson. And at forward, number 13, Joseph Anguenya. The Riverhounds are coached by Nico Cottage. At this time, please rise and face the flag to the east end of the stadium, the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem is being sung by Shane Traylor.
You don't ever hear anybody sing God Save the Queen that way, do you?
No. Hey, welcome to Highmark Stadium, everyone, for this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Orange County Blues. I'm Gene Klein with Paul Child. Paul, crucial game here for both teams.
Yeah, a real good game, Gino. Both teams right in the middle of the division, and obviously for the Riverhounds, they're coming off a win just this week, and looking for another win tonight could push them ahead of the this team. So I think it's really important for both teams. Actually, they're both going to come out flying, I would think.
And we see the Riverhounds are dressed in all gold. The Blues, obviously, in blue. As we see the coin toss by acting Pittsburgh Police Chief Regina McDonald. As we see a terrific Pittsburgh police presence here for the game. So welcome to Chief McDonald and the rest of her crew. And I don't think we're going to have any problems with crowd order tonight, Paul.
No, it doesn't seem like it. But as we always know, people just tend to get in here. Parking was pretty bad tonight. I think there's a pirate game going on. A lot of people park on this side of the city and go across by boat, and I'm sure there's people still going to be coming in here all night long.
So as we said, a crucial game. Both the Blues and the Riverhounds trying to get into that last and final 8th place spot for the playoffs. Both of them battling for that final playoff spot. The Blues currently are 1 point ahead of the Hounds with 24 points versus the Riverhounds 23. The Blues have a game in hand on the Riverhounds, but both of them are really within striking distance of the last. The current team in that 8th standing was the Wilmington Hammerheads, and they have 26 points. So if the Riverhounds win, they're tied with the Hammerheads. If the Blues win, then they would jump ahead of them. So it's a very, very crucial game, but it's that point of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too many games left either, Gino, and as we were talking earlier, the Blues have got a pretty tough road trip coming up as well. They're off again to Rochester and then Oklahoma, I think.
Yeah, well, they're coming back from Oklahoma. They lost 1-0 last Saturday. The Riverhounds had one of their best wins of the season, a 3-1 win over LA Galaxy 2. As we see this game begin, and so the Riverhounds really on a pretty good run, 5 out of 7, Paul.
Yeah, exactly, and it's took a long time coming, Gino, but we said
here's
it'd
the
have
cross
to
coming in, dangerous ball in, and
well
deflected off Anthony Arena to Mike Lish. But you mentioned the Blues on a pretty difficult road trip. They go to Rochester on Sunday. After coming back from Oklahoma, they go to Rochester on Sunday. Then they have to go to Charleston on Wednesday. And, of course, everybody is really getting down to crunch time for the season. So every game is going to be a huge battle for both the Blues and for the Riverhounds. The Hounds are off until next week when they have to travel to Arizona.
Yeah, that's a long trip for those guys too. So both teams have got tough road trips, but nothing would be better than go on a road trip with a win. So I'm sure they both want to do that. And it looks like Blues are putting some pressure on us right now down that right side. Marshall over there, and or is that Vincent?
No, that was Marshall.
Yeah, and
oh, geez, dangerous one.
Bit of a casual pass back there, Gino.
Yeah.
You don't want to do those kind of things right off the bat. Obviously, they're trying to get a rhythm here and get into the game, and you don't want to make a silly mistake this early in the game.
Yeah, that put Michael Lish in a pretty tough spot as the referee lets that play go. No foul called. Just run down the lineups real quickly for the Blues. Aaron Perez is in goal. Murshad Momeni, Taylor Pay, Earlys Garcia, James Turner are the back four, with Seth Moses, Thersu Aberfati, Edgar Santana in the midfield, Alex Martinez, Cesar Rivera, and Chris Cortez are up front. Cortez, the leading goal scorer on the field right now with 5 goals for the Blues, but their leading scorer is Alan Russell with 6 goals and 4 assists. We see a replay of that little foul there.
Just dragging him down there by the shoulder, but obviously it's everybody a little bit tense right now in the first few minutes, and trying to get the butterflies out and not make any mistakes, get a rhythm going in the game. And as you can see, kind of losing the ball, winning the ball, giving it away, getting it back again, and both teams doing the same thing at this time.
Yeah, for the Riverhounds, Paul, they're pretty much keeping the same lineup they've had the last several games that they've been on this run, which is no surprise because why fix it, right? And that would be Michael Lish, the Houston Dynamo loanee, is there's another dangerous one, too. The keeper, Michael Lish, is in the goal. The back four, Sterling Flunder, Anthony Arena, Andrew Marshall, and Matty Dahlman, who, of course, several games ago made that move to the back instead of the midfield. And then in the midfield, Danny Earls, Robbie Vincent, Kevin Kerr, holding down the middle with Joseph Nguyen and Mike Green. And the other, Anthony Arena, the other Dynamo player. And up front is Jason Johnson, another Dynamo player, and we saw a little bit of spark out of him last game.
Yeah, we hadn't seen much of him up until last week, Gino, and started the game, and it looks like obviously Nico, the coach, has gone back with the same lineup that's been doing well for him, so you can see that's why he's got him back out there. But Johnson did very well. He was chasing, working very hard, got to play about 60 minutes if I remember rightly, and then got pulled out, but was a definite spark for the team, and it was nice to see that happen.
So we'll see how this game develops. The Blues have struggled a little bit defensively. They're second in the league in goals against. They've conceded 40 goals. Only Dayton has conceded more. That's a great little touch by Robbie Vincent, but Perez comes off his line to close down Michael Green.
Yeah, I thought Mike Green might have got a toe in there, but he kind of like maybe he's a lot further away than we thought from up here. But Blues got possession again, and possession of the ball seems to be switching pretty quickly.
That ball is, again, they're really probing that right flank again behind Flunder. Here's the Blues trying to get something off, but the Hounds get back collectively and do well there to stifle that attack.
Yeah, and building up. Dolman down here on the right side, looking for that long pass down to Johnson, and good ball to him right there. Got two players to beat, but he's pretty quick. And a corner kick.
I think it's going to be a corner.
Yes, it is.
First corner for on the evening for the Riverhounds.
Great time too, Gino. First 5 minutes, because you know we always look pretty good on these set plays from corner kicks. We push up Marshall and Arena, get up there, the two defenders, and they've been very good in the air and scored a few times this season.
As we'll see, Danny Earls, who is wearing the armband tonight as the captain, and he will take that in-swinger with that pretty lethal left foot of his, Paul, that has been very, very accurate with his service.
Yeah, very difficult for goalkeepers to come out and win these balls, but there
that's far post to Marshall, but that is cleared away by Abu Fadi for the Orange County Blues, and Andrew Marshall was lurking on that on the back corner of the 6.
And a throw into the Riverhounds. Taking the time there to get to it, but obviously letting the defensive players get back into their positions now.
We get to go back to Robbie Vincent. He could crack one here. He does. And that's going to be right at Aaron Perez. But, boy, you could see Robbie right away. As soon as he had that little separation to the inside, almost had a feeling he was going to have a go.
You know he does, and we've seen some great shots from him and some good goals. But as you could see there, the keeper kind of like palmed that down, but somebody was closing in, looking for the rebound right away, and he didn't cough it up at all.
Yeah, if that would not have been directly at Perez, I think we had a much more difficult time with that one because it was dipping a little bit on him. So it was well struck by Robbie Vincent. So Blues trying to get something going a little bit sloppy with that one. That's almost going to be won by Kevin Kerr.
And that's a wasted ball out of bounds.
Moses will
miscommunication.
Yep.
Looking for somebody to go down the line, and nobody ready to, and just sent it down there. Now Hound's got possession again. As we said, he's kind of switching 3 or 4 passes, switch to the other team, and back and forth at the moment.
So Danny Earl's trying to dictate the place. He's going to try to play a long one over to Michael Green, but that's not going to be a problem for James Turner, and he will nod that back to Perez.
Kind of a difficult ball too, Gino, going that far from one diagonal from like 70 yards.
And here go the Blues with a long one. And forcing a big save off Michael Lish.
I think
was Alex Martinez for the Orange County Blues, and the Blues are going to come up with their first corner of the night.
He got caught there, surprised actually. Here. I think you never expected him to whip that one really close to the near post, and a good job he was alert.
Forced Lish, who was strong on his near post there. Really, pretty much had it covered. But that was a surprising snapshot from him.
Yeah.
Here's the corner. That's going to drop. And there's a battle here as Kevin Kerr tries to force that back.
And Johnson
and all the way back to
pressure on.
Turner for Johnson. He has to run pretty hard for that one. And the Blues will come back out with it. So far, again, both sides trying to probe each other. Of course, we have not played each other this year, so trying to figure out. Last year as the LA Blues, I remember giving a very difficult defeat to the Riverhounds here at Highmark Stadium last year, and scoring some goals in the last couple of minutes when ex-Riverhound player Matt Fondy was able to get a couple goals for the Blues. So we'll see how they can deal with the confines of Highmark Stadium today. Beautiful day here in the city. Nice and cool, perfect soccer weather, clear, sunny, temperatures low 70s, so not too hot. I mean, should see a lot of energy from both teams.
A little bit of a breeze coming off the river too, so yeah, it's a great night for a game of soccer, and should have no problem with players getting fatigued really quick.
So a lot happening in USL Pro. Again, as we said, almost every matchup at this point is really important for every team. Every team battling for, of course, a number of teams in the running for that 8th and final playoff spot. But then everything else matters too. From first, second, third, fourth, who's going to hit where. So it's all pretty important. These final points and everything. Very, very competitive in USL Pro. Very tight. Everybody, a lot of parity, and every game I think that we're going to see from here on out is going to be a
real close one.
Real close one for the Riverhounds.
Yeah, I think, as you said, I think they've tightened kind of. It's every game seems so close, Gino, and we've seen a couple of games, and it's not been a runaway for teams. I mean, last week we saw them beat the LA Galaxy, but the Galaxy started off so well in the first 20 minutes, and then we're winning 1-0, and then the Riverhounds got a goal back, and it kind of like burst their bubble, and then things didn't go quite so well, and the Riverhounds just capitalized on another goal and won the game 3-1. But it could have gone either way in the beginning.
Absolutely. As we see, again, Martinez like probing, going against Sterling. Flunder tries to, and Flunder gets 2 blocks on that one, but
big cross coming in.
Good cross. Cleared away by Andrew Marshall.
And a throw-in.
For a throw-in. LA going right down, attacking our left flank, Paul.
Yeah, they seem to be favouring that right side, or their right side, and going at Flounder all the time.
As we see that cross cleared away by Andrew Marshall for the throw-in.
Oh, well won there by Arena, is that? Yeah.
Yep.
Nice ball to Joseph.
Here's Nguyen. And I think one of the things that's happening, and you wonder if the Blues have taken a look at this, of course, Joseph Nguyen has had a couple terrific games.
Yeah,
is not the kind of player on that outside that's going to get up and down defensively.
No.
And
that's where they're probably...
The Blues seem to be going right after that particular spot. I mean, Joseph loves to cut in. He loves to get in there and to join the strikers, push in underneath Jason Johnson. Oh, and of course, we like to push those guys back up there and allow space for Matty Dahlman or for Sterling Flunder. But the Blues are trying to expose us with that, it seems like. But here's a good one. And there's Nguyen in and that's a good over top by Mike Green, and that's exactly what we're talking about. That's where Joseph is dangerous. He's inside. They find him, and, boy, he has that deft little touch in there to Mike Green.
And here we'll see it again. A nice little touch. A great first-time shot.
Yeah, first time.
Too bad he couldn't get over that ball and keep it down. But, as you said, yeah, great in those tight situations, can work his way, sees players, and gets a ball in. Great opportunity there for Green, and that's where his strengths are. But like you say, down that right side, he's not one of the quickest guys to get back and defend. As
we see Danny Earls trying to get out there, but they're still going at that area. So I don't know if the Hounds will try to make an adjustment. If Nico Katic will try to push Danny out there a little bit more. But so far it's they've been having their way with that left flank.
And all down
or
the right side,
flank, I should say. Our left flank. And, of course, also the Blues with 3 up top. So I think maybe it's taken us a little bit of time to get adjusted to that. There's another one in that area, but that's easily taken care of by Michael Lish.
Yeah, and the Blues not really not in a rush to put us under pressure at the back. It seems like they'll let us play around with it and get it out to the halfway line at least. And then they're looking to, there's a bit of pressure which we haven't seen, and looking for somebody to make a mistake, but Marshall just making an easy pass back and making it simple and switching to Arena on the left side now. Long ball down, not a very good pass, again intercepted by the Blues.
Good win
well
by
done,
Danny Earls. He's going to take a run.
Play
nope. Is he going to blow that one? He is going to blow that one. He held it off a little bit for an advantage, and now it's going to be a foul for the Riverhounds. Like Matty Dahlman is going to step up for that one.
Yeah, Joseph a little bit upset there because I think he should have let that play on because he was still standing and he got the good
win by
touch.
Danny Earls. Well done, and really gets a good burst to go forward with it.
Keeps up, knocks it nice, and then the referee calls it. Though.
And Joseph had spun out.
Yeah, and not such a great call on the referee. Should have let it go maybe another few seconds.
From up here we can't hear when the whistle blew though. So we'll see. And two very, very. Here's Matty Dahlman going to whip that one in. Anthony Arena could have done a little better with that one. Great delivery by Matty Dahlman. Put it right on the corner of the 6, which is really where you want it, just out of the goalkeeper's reach, and put it right on Anthony Arena's head.
I think he was a little bit surprised there. You're going to see it, and I think the player in front of him he didn't know if. We're not going to see that, but we're not going to see it. But I think a player in front of him kind of like he didn't think.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a little miscommunication. I think it might have been Mike Green.
If he could have given him a call, leave it.
So a bit dangerous. And you had two guys like Danny Earls and Matty Dahlman that can whip those balls in, and that's a terrific weapon for the Hounds. And they've been very, very dangerous these last couple of weeks on those set pieces.
Yeah, it's been good to see them get back into that, Gino, whipping balls across and causing all kinds of problems for the goalkeepers and defenders.
Another
free kick coming up.
Yeah, another free kick for the Hounds. I think Danny Earls will have this one. Here's, as we see, a push on Kevin Kerr.
Tripped. Here he comes again, same kind of play.
Slips it in, looks it in, but that's cleared away by the Blues. Looking for Andrew Marshall that time. Mike Green maintains possession. Knocks it back to Sterling Flunder. And he's going to swing it all the way out to Matty Dahlman, who's now ended up on that left side, and he's going to switch the point of attack all the way over to Mike Green. Well done. Nice little touch to Kevin Kerr. And no one there, a little bit too strong on that delivery, all the way over to Joseph Nguyen, who's going to try to control in the corner. And does. And, boy, that's the one thing Joseph brings to the table, which is great little calmness, composure with the ball, never gets really flustered with it, and can hold on to it and bring players into the game.
Yeah. Actually, Blues did very well there, making him get all the way back, make him go backwards with the ball. Now trying to penetrate again, and got to be a little bit sharper with his passes. I think Gino, there's a good one. Now Matty, great ball.
Great little touch to Green,
but
Taylor pays over to cover that one for the Blues. So far, I think the Riverhounds looking creative. Some good movement off the ball. They're trying to combine with other players, and that's an encouraging sign, especially this early as we just entered the 18th minute of the contest.
Yeah, they seem to be gaining the more possession and doing better things with the ball. And this one just went out of bounds and for a goal kick for the Riverhounds. So again, getting possession back and starting over again.
So you're watching this USL Pro on contest on YouTube. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Scheduled for free to the Riverhounds YouTube channel today, as we see another long ball up to Nguyen. Oh, guys, great little touch. Danny Earls gets a bit of a separation. Tries to beat Edgar Santana, but that's the referee's going to blow foul on Danny Earls. We see a good little separation there.
I think it hit him on the way out, Gino. I don't think it was a foul. Watch, he gets his foot in there. And no.
I don't know what he's because it's they're putting it at a spot of a foul, so that he called something. As we see the Blues and big number 9, Chris Cortez. 5 goals on the USL Pro season for Cortez, and here's a long one to Jason Johnson.
Oh, that's a great bounce for him.
A good bounce for him, and just couldn't pull the trigger on that one. It was a lively ball, though. It took a good bounce for him, as you said.
That was he did the hard part and then couldn't get his foot on it just to get that shot off. And right there, I thought he took a knee and maybe knocked it a little bit too far ahead of him and couldn't quite get on the end of it. But maybe should have hit it first time instead of taking the knee. I think he would have caught the keeper by surprise, really. Yeah. And again, going down this right side, as you can see with the Blues, nice chip inside. Switching.
So the Blues are going to maintain possession to
Riverhounds win it
but
back.
The Hounds win it back with Kerr and with Mike Green. And Kevin's going to try to spin out of that one. No call. As Abu Fadi had won that one off of Kevin Kerr. Now there's a foul on Seth Moses, I think, by Robbie Vincent. So the Blues will have a free kick. As we see Vincent come in a little bit high with that one on that call, just a little bit late. I don't think any malicious intent, but
nice ball coming across here.
Put that one in, and I think Lish has that measured, and he does. He's going to deal with that one with no problem. So again, 21st minute. 0-0 between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Orange County Blues. Riverhounds in gold and the Blues in blue. So we're Blues going right to left, Riverhounds left to right, and both teams just trying to find their way a little bit. And I think this is good right now for the Hounds, maybe just to slow it down a little bit and try to keep it and possess it and
kind of draw some of their players into a bad position.
Because they're sitting back very, very low. You know, they're dropping off. You can see they're not even going to challenge anything in our half ball. They're going to try to keep a very tight line. Their back four is up to about 30, 35. And so they're trying to keep it very, very compact and keep their lines connected. And then it appears they're looking for some quick ones over top with that. Once we have opened up the game, especially because we like, as we mentioned earlier, we like to open it up with Dahlman and with Flunder. And we're knocking around, but they're sitting back. They're
and really not giving them that space.
Cesar Rivero is their most advanced player, and he's not going much further than the center circle. So they're looking for a little bit of space, and that's well done by Kevin Kerr, but I think it's going to be a handball on Kevin Kerr. So the Blues are going to be content. They're also squeezing that field. They're dropping back with their point of confrontation, and then they're picking up that back line.
Yep. Here they go down this right side again and winding up.
That's a shot. Spilled momentarily by Lish, but no problem. He's able to keep that one under control.
Seen some switching going on here. Joseph for switch sides now. He's on this left side. A nice little touch there.
Greeny, Joseph on the right, and Greeny went over to the left.
Yeah, and Dolman's back over here again now, trying to hook these two up together. I think Joseph been doing some really nice running, diagonal running up front, and that's what we've got to get two of the other players to do as well with him.
Well, that's where Joseph has been very, very dangerous the last couple of weeks, and really has come alive, I think, when his game, because he knows how to find those areas and find those spots, and he's very difficult to keep track of because with a horrendous clearance there by Perez, but the Blues are fortunate to win that one. That's
where we've got to be a bit more alert. The Riverhounds looking for these mistakes. Green there was a little bit late seeing it, and if it had been alert, I think it could have nipped that one and maybe got a shot on goal.
And here's the Blues, but well done by Anthony Arena. That was
got snow on it.
That got snow on it from Mike Lish, but Jason Johnson can't win that, but
great ball.
Great ball. Here's Kevin Kirk, and he have one.
He did.
Perez did well there just to stand strong and get his feet on it, as we still see Mike Green over there trying to get something out of it. Nothing as a result. And, I'll tell you, the Blues had Cesar Rivera on, and he looks a little frustrated. He was on, and they did not see him.
Here's a replay of the shot on goal, and Kerr did well there. Did a great shot. Goalkeeper did well too.
Goalkeeper did well. Had a good angle on it.
And not much to aim at for him.
But the play after that, after the clearance, the Blues were coming out, and I saw Rivera break in, and if they play that over top, he's off to the races.
Yeah, he's on his own.
And the Blues missed it and played it back, and we could see Rivera a little bit frustrated.
It's opening up a little bit now, Gino. We're getting some shots at both ends of the field, and now we're down at the Riverhounds end, and with a corner kick for the Blues. And
so another corner for the Blues was second.
Oh, that's White. I think he went out of bounds and came back in, so it's a goal kick.
It's time for the DoubleTree by Hilton Cookie Lucky Road giveaway. At DoubleTree by Hilton Pittsburgh Green Tree, every little thing we do adds up to create a rewarding experience for our guests, like starting every stay with a warm chocolate chip cookie. And the winning row is the supporters section. Hopefully you can support one another and share those cookies.
There's a
Congratulations.
Gwen, you're still battling with the Blues. He's able to get it back to Kerr, to Johnson, running at them well, but that's going to be clipped away by the Blues.
That decision there by Johnson. I mean, he had Nguyen going down this right side. He could have just knocked it through for him, but tried to fool people by going the opposite way and got stripped of the ball. But got a good opportunity and did well to win it back, the Hounds there. Game opening up definitely now, Gino. Going from end to end, and here
they
goes
go
a ball
again down that right side.
And
that's not a bad cross, and Mike Lish does well to get back underneath that one.
Yeah, these balls been coming in, but they've been really close to the keeper. If I get them a little bit further out, then they're going to be dangerous for us. So, as you can see, they got 2 or 3 players lined up there ready to get on the end of that, but the ball's a little bit too close to the keeper. They need to cut it back a little bit more.
So I think so far, for the Hounds, there have been some times that they need to take a little bit of air out of the ball. That's not a good ball into Greeny. He had 2 guys on him.
Yep.
And the Blues are going to come out with that one. Cortez finds Turner out here wide, and they're going to come back with it. Of course, I think with this one, Paul, of course, both teams want 3, but the Blues would be very content with a point here to stay 2 points clear of the Hounds.
Yes, for sure, but
or 1 point clear of the Hounds, pardon me. And here's Turner battling in there for this one.
And
Rivera.
Blues keeping possession
that's
really
over
well.
Flunder. That's a good shot.
And
off the post.
Yep. Boy, what a good shot there to the far post.
I think that was Martinez again, but again, they're working that left side, Paul.
Yep, and they've been doing it regular, so if this one paid off for them. That's the closest they've been.
By far the best opportunities we see. The shot just beats Mike Lish and just catches the center of the post where it bounces out. So Alex Martinez
close one there.
Very close one there. Best opportunity of the night for both teams. And the Blues are picking up a little momentum in these last few minutes.
Exactly. With a confidence like that, you see that the confidence starts building once you get some more and more chances. And here they go again.
Here we go again down the same side. And, that's a good delivery, too. Just couldn't, or a good idea. Not a great delivery because they had a guy wide open there.
Yep. That's a high ball, way high.
Yeah, that should be easy for Michael Lish, and it is. And he's going to point it out. So the Blues here have picked it up here as we in the 28th minute, 0-0 again between the Riverhounds and Orange County, and they have been moving the ball and catching the Riverhounds. And I started to say it was good for the Hounds at some point when the tempo really picked up and they decided to slow it down a little bit, but now they're allowing the Blues to stay too organized, and then if they get dispossessed, they're going right at them.
Exactly, and his momentum's kind of shifted a little bit, and we're not really, they're keeping us penned in our own half, and we're not getting a chance to get out of there. And not many of our guys are doing so much movement to show for the ball again, Gino. So.
Yeah, and again, where we were a little bit dangerous before, we were finding Danny Earls and Kevin Kerr in those little pockets of the midfield where they had some space to turn and run out some people and slip some balls in. And so far, these last several minutes, that has not been happening.
No.
So we need that. And one of the things too that I was seeing with Jason Johnson, we saw this a lot from him earlier in the year, is that if he doesn't see the ball, then he drifts deeper and deeper into the midfield, back, and so then there's no one to stretch. And so, it's good. We see Mike Green and Joseph Nguyen pushing up a little bit higher, but at the same time, we lose a little bit of shape in the midfield.
Yep, exactly, and that's what, as you say, and he kind of does that. He kind of drifts further and further back, and we miss him there,
So there's a good ball in. That's going to be put out for a corner kick. Matty Dolman trying to find Joseph Nguyen. Knocked out by Taylor Pay, and it'll be third corner on the night for
the Riverhounds.
Both teams with 3. And we'll see Danny Earls come over this one. Of course, as we mentioned, you got Green, you got Marshall, you got Robbie Vincent, Nguyen. Jason Johnson's a big, strong lad. We'll see if Danny can pick one of these guys out. Last time Marshall was going far.
Now he's going in the middle, and the ball went
Danny
far.
went far, but
ball should be coming back
Jason
in.
Johnson will retain possession. Good, well done on his part, and I think the Hounds will still keep it for a throw-in. And it's going all the way back to Sterling Flunder. So Blues in no hurry to get out and pressure that ball. They're going to hold their lines, try to stay organized. There's Jason Johnson coming in.
Boy,
great little serve there.
Great opportunity.
Got inside his defender and knocked that one in, but Perez did well to get a hand on it.
Shame he couldn't get that more direction of where he needed that to go.
Yeah, if he just couldn't get down on it a little bit. He was a little bit stretched out to get that. He did well to get on the end of it. If he gets down on it, that got to be a goal. But he just
Here we go again.
Couldn't get on top of it that much to really get it down, and Perez was able to get a very good hand on it. Good save on his part. And there's Robbie Vincent there, terrific ball to Kevin Kerr. And now he has some one-on-one Kerr. Oh, but well won by Momeni out there on the out wide for the Blues, but dispossessed.
Kevin again. Here's a chance coming up. We're going to probably see a replay on that.
Matty Dolman again, great delivery.
Yep.
And what a great Johnson just getting ahead, just gets inside Momeni.
Yeah, he hit it to the near post. If he'd gone far post, I think he would have caught the keeper because he was coming off his line to the near post, and he wouldn't have been able to get that, but couldn't get enough on it. But good attempt. Here we're coming down the right side again, and Vincent now looking for a switch, and does that with Kerr. Willie gets the ball.
Kevin,
yes, he did.
He does. Does well to get it out there.
And there's Johnson who ran right in the back of the guy.
Foul on Early's Garcia.
You're going to see him just run right into the back of the player. There's no doubt this is a foul.
But Kevin Kerr does well to win that ball. I didn't think he was going to get there, but he did well, and he put a good cross in. I'll tell you, a lot of yapping on the part of the Blues. They
arguing with each other.
I don't know if they're arguing, but they're having some very lively discussions with each other. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And so we'll see how that plays out. But
and again, the Blues just not really in a rush, just keeping possession and keeping it in their own half right now. And the Riverhounds kind of like easing off them and not really putting any pressure. And
there's another one as we see beating on the going. Joseph gets back, does well. Is that going to be? I think it's another corner kick for.
I thought he was offside.
For the Blues on, Edgar Santano, that was played too. He got forward very, very well. I
thought Joseph is arguing with the linesman right now. I mean, he looked like he was way offside when he got that ball.
Oh, no, Santana.
Not this one, the one before that.
Yeah, I know. Santana down a little bit on injury, and he's like, I didn't see much there. I mean, Joseph caught him a little bit, but nothing, no big deal. So again, another corner for the Blues. They're fourth. If somebody and here's the service. Oh, that thing drops. That was dangerous. Oh, and
still can't get it out. Still in there and got it out finally. And again, coming back down this right side, but well tackled there by Danny, and throwing to the Blues. And out for a goal kick. And nobody in a rush here to get going, and I thought he was going to pass that ball down the middle of the park, which would have been really dangerous, but just knocked it out wide to Marsh, who's gone back into Robbie Vincent. And Robbie in charge right now in the middle, figuring out which way he wants to start and go.
And of course, Robbie always looking for try to open it up a little bit.
And there's
as well Marshall. All the way over to Sterling Flunders, up very, very high. He takes that down with his chest, but that's going to be.
I think he ran out of bounds with it, actually.
The linesman's pointing to the Blues' way, so it's going to be their throw. 36-minute 0-0 between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Orange County Blues.
Been pretty even too, Gino. I think we've had more of. They've had one real good chance with hit the post, and I think we've had the better of the chances. But now it seems.
This time they probed the left flank, tried to get over Matty Dolman with no success that time. Good little touch in me. Marshall does well to break that play up, and there's a dangerous one. Oh, pretty good driven ball into the box, as we saw. Thursu Abufadi come flying up there, and he did well, but he just could not control that one. No. But a pretty good driven ball in.
Dolman's on here. Kurt's on a no.
See, I'd like to see if, I mean, if Kevin could have spun out of there, turned a little bit, and a little bit quicker, he had a little bit of space, but he got closed down by the Blues.
Yeah,
Greeny does well to maintain possession there, get it out of a tight spot, and Kevin's going to reverse the ball. Now, here's where I think we got to go, Paul, because what we've been doing is switching the point of attack and then going back again.
Yes.
And that's where I think we got to go when we switch that point of attack, and we can really start going at them with a little bit of speed.
And
Robbie Vincent wants a handball, but he's not going to get that one. The Blues will try to counter, and you're not going to beat Marshall on that one, I don't think.
No. We know he's the best player at doing that, breaking up players in the last minute or last second when you think a player's going to break away. Marshall seems to always get there and get that last foot in or disrupt it. And break things up, and does a real good job of it. Looking for a long throw, it looks like, here into the box.
So we'll see. Riverhounds trying to pick up, get organized. James Stern is going to throw this one. He goes short to Abu Fadi.
And they'll switch the play again.
Excuse me, Seth Moses. And the Blues will come back with it. And well, looks like they're going to go all the way back to Aaron Perez, and they will.
I see the Blues, they keep possession pretty good, but they don't have, many of the players are not really making runs or showing for the ball. They're all in like set, and kind of like we get sometimes, you know, where when we don't have that movement, it's easy to win the ball back. But if they start moving a little bit more, I think the Riverhounds got to do some crossover runs and create some openings so the defenders, when they knock the ball, have got something on. We've done it a couple of times going out wide. But it seems we want to just keep possession and not really go forward. Really, as you said, when we switch the ball, we've got to take advantage of it and really penetrate and get down into the corners and get some crosses in.
Yeah, the Hounds have been patient with it coming out of the back, but it seems we're knocking it and then trying to find those balls a little bit over top or into the corners, and some of them have been dangerous. But we've also seen I feel our best off ball.
There's a real bad
ball. And there's a shot. Oh, fortunately, right to Mike Liss. Chris Cortez almost had a gift, but he
didn't really get anything on it.
Yeah, he gave it right back to Mike Liss. As Dahlman tries to find Nguyen with Johnson, and that's going to be knocked away by Taylor Pay. Blues just clearing that one away. Garcia on that one.
Yeah, no thought to that one. Just get it out of danger. It looked like he was being put under pressure and just whiffed it down the wing.
Yeah, 40th minute. 0-0 between the Orange County Blues and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, as they both teams again in very difficult spots. Oh, good ball. But again, Marshall's going to be covering that one, as Santana tried to find James Turner coming up from the left back spot. But the Hounds are going to get that, and Greeny does well to get out of there.
Yep, nice ball to Johnson. Johnson should go at him.
And holds on to it too long again, Paul.
Yeah, and again, look at Joseph making a run.
Joseph was on.
All he needs to do is knock it into the space, Gino. He doesn't really have to hit the player, just knock it into the space, and he'll get there, you know. Right there, he could have knocked it. See him moving across.
No, he was definitely moving across, and he was on. There's a Danny Earls.
And that comes with experienced players too, and I mean, getting better. They got to be able to see that.
Just couldn't get his head up quick enough to get that. He was sort of fighting the ball a little bit. And, but you know, if he just pokes that ahead in Nguyen, you know, Joseph was not going to lose it in that situation.
Yeah. Jerseys are on sale for $30.
So score, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. You can also visit the USL Pro fan page at Facebook at Facebook.com/USLPro, and follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. As we have a bit of a stoppage here, the referee discussing some things with Danny Earls.
Coach here talking to about 6 of his players. It looked like something out of the World Cup, getting a drink, you know.
I don't know if we needed a water break when it's 70 degrees. But
no, not at all. But, boy, what a long break that was for them both. And here's a ball into the penalty spot, easily taken by Lish.
Yeah, he's going to sing out to Joseph Nguyen.
2 players on him and stolen away. And Blues now in the Riverhounds half of the field and trying to keep possession and get a through pass here or down the right side. Oh.
Sterling Flunder cuts that one off again, still probing that their right side or Riverhound left.
And then give it away.
So we'll see if both teams can pick up a late goal here in the first half. Paul, it'd be a huge lift for either team.
Yeah, it would, and this is where I think the Riverhounds have really got to be cautious and be nice to see him go into the locker room with a goal up, and a lot easier coming out for the second half. But balls like that are not going to find anybody. We've got to kind of get possession, knock it around.
Well, again, like you said, I think they're looking. Both sides look to be they're going to be a little bit conservative and not try to give it away and be very, very safe. And that's not a safe one, as Santana plays that right to Nguyen, but it's going to. But again, Johnson's going to be dispossessed.
Yeah, he's having a tough time. They're closing him down quick, and he's not being able to
he's just
shield it, keep possession.
He's just really, just about to say, he just has to really, as the Blues, looking for Rivera, couldn't find it. He's really going to have to do a little bit better, hold on to it, and just, maybe not going, slowing his game down a little bit.
Just go back to simple things, getting 10 yards, 5-yard passes, laying it off. Don't think you can control it and take 3 or 4 people on.
Garcia trying to dribble right across his goal.
And their miscommunication.
As we talk about being conservative, the Blues have things got a little bit hectic here in the last minute.
Yep. There's a ball.
There's Rivera trying to find Martinez. He does not. Sterling Flunder will come away with that one. And he's going to find Anthony Arena, and the Hounds will come out of it with Michael Wish.
And there's a nice ball out to Dorman, who's usually in his open spot. And again, being very conservative, not in a rush to get out, looking to get through this first half of the game without any mistakes. And
I think both really sides won't be too concerned about going in 0-0 at the half.
No.
Nice good little combination. Yeah, with Matty Dolman and Kevin Kerr.
Oh, that's a good ball.
That's a good ball from Jason Johnson. Quick Great little ball. Stop. Another one.
Kerr checked his run. He didn't go, and that was a good.
But
like it was going to happen.
Good little combinations for the Riverhounds.
Here's
as
the one
we saw. Kerr and Jason Johnson did very, very well there.
Tries another one.
Knock it, but yeah, just a little bit off. And credit to James Turner, who was tracking Kevin Kerr all the way on that one. Maybe one too many there in that situation, Paul.
Looks like there's going to be only a minute of extra time.
I don't think there'll be much. I don't think there'll be much added time. 1 minute. So we're approaching stoppage time.
There will be 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half. Repeat, there will be 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half.
And there's a long one, Nguyen by Robbie Vincent. Does well there.
Only Johnson in the middle, though, for a cross, if he could even get it. And well kept in there by the Blues.
Good little move against Nguyen, and they're gonna clear out and try to find something. Oh, there's Andrew Marshall just decked Cortez.
Yeah.
And I think Rivera just got a cleat on Andrew Marshall.
Marshall kicked the bottom of his cleats there and under his shoe, and that's a nasty.
But here's Joseph Nguyen trying to combine something with Mike Green. Can he keep that in? He does not. The flag is up, so that's going to be over the end line. And that will be a goal kick, and that should be about it, I think, Paul, after this.
Yeah, it seems like it.
We can get the ball in play.
Yeah, I'm sure after this goal kick, he's going to call the first half. But
so both teams playing a very tight, very conservative match this first half, Paul.
Yeah, kind of like what you would expect, Gino. Both teams, there's the whistle as we thought, and both teams don't want to make that fatal mistake, and had a couple of hiccups here and there, but I think the Blues, have had 2 or 3 corner kicks and hit the post the one time, and Riverhounds have been a couple of headers, a couple of shots.
Yeah, the chances have been few and far between, but they have been dangerous. The Hounds, Jason Johnson forced that big save off of Perez, and of course, as we mentioned earlier, Martinez clanging one off the far post, beating Michael Lish. So there have been a couple opportunities, have been a couple good chances, but it's been very tight, very conservative. Both teams reluctant to really do a little bit too much or open it up that much in the back to get exposed for any sort of attacks.
Yeah, don't want to take any chances and get caught, and that's okay. But I think one of the, we've got to come out. The Riverhounds, especially playing at home, Gino, the second half. I think we've got to put more pressure on them, make no mistakes at the back. We've seen them do it a couple of times, make mistakes on their own. So if they were pressured a little bit more, I think there'd be an opportunity for a steal and an opportunity to get a shot on goal.
Yeah,
and maybe score.
If we come up a little bit higher and try to force them into some mistakes and the turnover and do a little bit more pressing up in our end, and also try to find Danny Earls and Kevin Kerr through the middle and then when they've had that opportunity, they've been able to find Joseph Laguena or Jason Johnson. So we'll see what adjustments are made here at halftime. And again, at halftime, it's in this USL Pro contest. It's the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 0 and the Orange County Blues 0. And we shall return with you in about 14 minutes or so.
That's correct.
So we'll see you back in a little bit.
Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Riverhounds YouTube channel today. I think we're winning this game, G. No worries. All right, let's stop it. Take care of it here. Something else is going on, but write it on that on this sheet. Don't count. And make sure it's right. Don't transfer over here.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yep. Hey, welcome back, everyone, to Highmark Stadium. As we see the two teams, Orange County Blues and the Riverhounds, coming out. That was before the start of the match. Gene Klein with Paul Child. And Paul, very, very cautious, conservative first half as we see some of the highlights that were going on. That's Robbie Vincent having a go early in the first half.
Yeah, and they've been punishing us down on that right side too, Gino, and Flunder doing well there, blocking that one. But here's a cross right in, and again cleared away. But they've been breaking down the right side.
And here's a dangerous opportunity. Matty Dolman trying to find Anthony Arena. Jason Johnson sort of came over on him on that one.
Kind of got in his way, actually.
That was a great delivery by Matty Dolman. Johnson also
should have hit
there,
that.
and Kevin Kerr does well there. Perez makes the save on him, and here's the one where the Riverhounds escape, where Martinez hits one off the post and clearly beat Mike Lish.
Here goes Johnson, gets caught with the ball there.
One
we was talking about, just knocking it into space for Joseph to get onto, and nasty foul there on the Blues player.
So again, and there's some combinations. This is right near the end of the first half. Maybe one pass too many, but both sides. Kevin Kerr says, "Nuh-uh." The first half again, very, very cautious for both teams, and we'll see if there's any changes personnel-wise as far as and also tactically.
Yeah, the referee's talking to the players here. I just wonder what he's chatting to them about. It just seems a little bit different. Never see that happening usually.
As you are seeing a great shot of Pittsburgh, and now a little bit close up of the Orange County Blues, and as they're trying to sort some things out as to
both teams kind of like getting together and rallying each other, getting wound up at each other. I would imagine you've got to get to your players and say, hey, we've got to get out here. We've got 45 minutes. Let's get on the board, not just the Blues, but the Riverhounds too. And I would hope to see some really players going and putting some pressure on the defenders and hoping to create some chances for the Hounds. And I'm sure the Blues are going to try and do the same thing as well.
Yeah, arguably the most important 45 of the season for both teams. They need 3 points to move back up into that top 8, and they have to be a little bit more aggressive and more assertive. We see another shot of the downtown area of Pittsburgh, right across. Of course, we are at Highmark Stadium, which is literally right across the Monongahela River from the downtown area on what is known as Station Square in Pittsburgh. There used to be a lot of railroads through here, and you'll undoubtedly in the second half see some trains whizzing by as we see a huge coal barge going by.
Boy, that's a
right
big
now.
one.
And there's kickoff again for the second half of this USL Pro contest between the Blues and the Riverhounds. No changes that I see for the Hounds, and
doesn't look like. I don't think there's any changes for the Blues either.
I do not see any changes for the Blues.
And again, just getting going, just trying to get a feel for the ball again. And Blues no rush to go anywhere at the moment, just knocking it around at the back. And this is where I thought we might start to kind of put some pressure on and make a like there and win the ball back and go forward, but we're going backwards.
So no changes again for the Blues. The Hounds sticking with, I think, which is pretty much like a 4-1-4-1, which is with the back four of Flunder, Arena, Marshall, Dahlman, Robbie Vincent sitting in front of them with Danny Earls and Kevin Kerr in front of Robbie, with Nguyen and Green wide and Jason Johnson up high for the Hounds. And the Blues pretty much in a 4-3-3 with Cortez, Rivera, and Martinez up top. Moses, Abufati, and Santana in the midfield. Momeni, Pei, Garcia, Turner in the back. Aaron Perez is the goalkeeper for the Orange County Blues, and Michael Lish, the Houston Dynamo product, in the goal for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So it looks like the Hounds coming out a little bit higher, pushing, trying to maybe up the tempo a little bit, and I think they have to do that at home, Paul.
Yeah, and I agree. I think I just watched Nico there, the coach, waving the players, trying to get them to push up a little bit.
Here's a shot taken by Chris Cortez, who has 5 goals on the season. Kind of spun away from the Riverhounds that point, but the shot went harmlessly over end line.
A little bit difficult angle, too, and a good way out, too, Gina. I got pulled back a little bit there by the tug on the shirt, but tough angle. Didn't get really much on it.
No, he didn't really strike. It actually looks like he hit it with the inside of his boot, so he really didn't get much of a strike. And Michael Lish taking his time on this goal kick, and he's going to knock that one up, tries to find Michael Green. But that's going to be cleared off by the Blues.
Throw into the Riverhounds coming up. Seems to be really packed into that one area of the field right now. All the players.
Yeah, there's nothing on
in that quarter of the field.
That's because they were watching the coal barge go by. So.
It might be. And it looks like we're going to get a corner kick. So here's a great opportunity early in the second half, and need somebody to capitalize on it, because that would really open up the game then. And the Blues would probably have to start coming out and creating some more chances for the Hounds.
That's the third corner kick on the evening for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Danny Earls take a left-footed in-swinger on this one, and we'll see. The Hounds have been very dangerous on these over the last couple of weeks. And there's another good ball. Andrew Marshall gets on that one, but just can't direct it down.
He'd love that one back, Gino, because you know he gets in those situations all the time, and he just couldn't get over the ball and bring it down.
As we see that one going. I really didn't get a good look at that. Didn't really get a good run. Had just try to get a piece of that one. So Perez clears long, and there's a battle there with Rivera and Marshall, and that's going to come back to Michael Lish. And that's not a great one there by Sterling Flunder. That's just a hopeful ball into the middle.
We don't really have a big target player to send these high balls into and win.
Good step by Anthony Arena to come away with that one. And,
I thought that was a foul, yes.
Yeah, it is a foul against Joseph Nguyen.
Referee kind of let it play on, see where it was going, but quick one taken. Oh, no, he's calling it back, wanted to take it over again.
Yeah, so it looks like Robbie Vincent and he's still going to go back. But right there, free kick on our side of Riverhound side of midfield, and there were 7-8 players back in the other half. And I think we've got to be a little more aggressive. And as we see Cortez try to run this down for the Blues.
And knocks the ball back well, and there's a good cross coming in.
That's a good cross, but no one making a run for the Blues, and that's going to be cleared out by Sterling Flunder.
Yeah, need to regroup now and reorganize and start picking up, because we're getting a little bit sloppy here, Gino. And they're bad ball there, but
the Blues have some skillful players, don't they? I mean, they have some guys that can do something. Just can't seem to be clicking on the same page consistently enough that some of these, when they do get something going, the attack inevitably breaks down.
It does. And you can see some of the, like you said, some of these guys have got some touch, and they can go at people, but then that final ball is just not hitting the target.
And for sure, anything that's been in the box, nobody going in there with any sort of commitment.
No, just whipping balls in there, but really not looking for players, and players not really showing for it.
Right.
And here we go now with the Hounds and Dolman.
Kevin Kerr going forward. Dolman trying to find Kevin. And I would say on the flip side of this, Kevin Kerr is the kind of guy that can do that for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. He has a great motor. He's going to be going all the time, and he will try to push the game a little bit and just doing those little extra things, those extra bursts. Danny Earle's the same type of player to maybe pick up and get something, off a cross or get, make a run into the attack third.
Yeah, we're getting down this left side, and Joseph there just, I don't know, he was wishful thinking, trying to run through the player there.
Yeah.
And player just doing the right thing, getting in the way and getting a foul out of it.
So free kick for the Orange County Blues. Still 0-0 in the 52nd minute.
Long high ball. Flicked on, but
flicked on from Cortez to try to find Rivera. It was like
no problem for Lish.
Yeah, no problem for Lish. Looks like I thought for a second Rivera was going to be like a blitzing defensive end. There's that got to be a foul on Johnson. No foul.
No.
Or on Green. Pardon me. So Garcia's going to win that one. Kevin Kerr swings that over to Matty Dolman. Is going to knock it back to Andrew Marshall. And Danny Earle's going to be forced to go back to Lish there.
And again, long high ball to really
to Mike Green.
Green, that's not really a target player in that respect. And
but Greeny chasing, trying to do something, and
not really our strengths, Gino. I mean, we've seen the Hounds.
Garcia's been cleaning everything up in the air for the Riverhounds.
And we're better knocking the ball into feet, getting some combinations, 1-2s, and running off players, laying it back and making that third man run. And
Jason Johnson tries to find Dolman. He does. Now he has a good run in to the area. And Dolman finds and cuts it back. Green tries to get something out of there. And here comes Dolman, still on possession for the Riverhounds. I was about to say, Marshall in a little bit of trouble with Cortez, and he spins away from it. And there's Kevin Kerr. Nice little touch over to Nguyen.
Boy, he's got it, Joseph.
There. And Nguyen in there. Here's Danny Earles. Second one. Can he get it? Back to Green.
Well
That's a
done.
goal!
Brilliant job. Yes.
For Mike Green from Danny Earles.
Danny Earles there, Gino, did the right thing. I thought he was going to take a shot again, but he just cut the ball back, and Green had one touch and buried that ball in the right corner of the goal.
Yeah, here it is again. I mean, Nguyen gets that touch. There's a bit of a knockdown there. That's Green. He gets down, gets up.
One.
Yeah, and he just cuts that back up, and Green does well to really strike that one home. The Blues.
Well, that was a foul.
Yeah,
right
Turner and Greeny gets up and says, "Oh, here it comes. I'm going to have a go," and he rips that one into the upper 90.
Top right-hand corner. I mean, you couldn't want it in a better position. The keeper was kind of in a good position as well, but he really got a hold of that ball, and no chance. And that's what we needed in this game right now. And I'm sure you'll either see the Blues come alive or the Riverhounds starting to do some more pressure in now.
Yeah, very, terrific composure by Danny Earles. He tried to slot that one past Perez. Perez makes the initial save. It comes back to Danny again, and like he could have wound up and blast that. And he picks his head up and he sees Greeny and he cuts it back to him. And it was well done for the Riverhounds.
No, great combination. And again, kind of like let them play with it, and the Blues have got to come out now a little bit and try and get back on the board here, I'm sure, and that's what Nico, the coach, is looking for, and hopefully get some counter-attacks on him here. So, and Dolman gets beat there on the right side, and here they come back again. And
yeah, but He tries to find all the way over Alex Martinez, but really thought that ball was Cortez. He could have pushed that a little ahead to Cortez, and maybe that's something more for the Blues. So we'll see how the Blues respond to a 1-0 deficit. Again, Hounds up 1-0 in the 56th minute. This crucial USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and LA Blues. And here's one. Mike Lish comes off his line to cut that cross off, and does very well. No spillage, catches it cleanly, and does very, very well with that. It looks like the Hounds are going to come up with their first substitution. As we see Cecilia Ibaka. I'm just wondering if maybe that's
a kind of a defensive move.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going. I wonder if that's going to be for Joseph Nagoya.
Yeah, it may be. And we know Ibaka can get up and down and create some things, but he's very good at winning the ball back too, Gino.
No, it's for Jason Johnson.
Oh.
So
well, that's good.
So we'll see. I mean, that's not. So it's not going to be a straight swap because, of course, Seth is a midfielder and Johnson up front. So we'll see how the Hounds are going to adjust with this if Nagoya will go up.
Yeah, the Hounds with the throw-in on this left side of the field right now, going down the line, and ball never came in play, I don't think. Oh, the linesman said it did, so it's a throw-in now to the Blues.
So I think we're going to see Seth drop to the midfield. And we'll see who's going to go up front. I don't know. It looks like they're going to leave Mike Green up there.
Well, he scored, so.
Yeah, I got to go try to get another one. So quite an evolution for Greeny this season. It started as a right back, right midfield. He's been an attacking midfield. I think he's played every position on the field for the Riverhounds.
And here they come the Blues down this right side and starting to open it up a little bit, Gino, now for sure. They got to pushing everybody into the box for this corner kick.
Well, they're going to have to because they're down and they need a goal.
Exactly.
And as I said, it's just too important a contest.
And here's a player wide open for a short one.
They're going to knock it back. They get a pretty good angle. It's going to Martinez. No, Nagoya's going to pick his pocket. But the Blues and Nagoya come back again.
And now breakaway here, 3-on-1,
as we see Nagoya
2-on-1.
Greeny finding him. Ceci Ibaka's going far post.
Oh, what a great
ball. Can Seth get it? Almost is taken down by Perez. Offside flag. Oh, I don't. That was a tight one. I don't know.
Yeah, Joseph
great
there.
Ball
great ball
Joseph.
with the outside of his right foot and curling away from it.
Tough to see the offsides from that angle, but good counterattack from the Riverhounds. I think that's what the Riverhounds coaching staff will love to see.
I'm expecting that a lot.
And of course,
more.
that's what Greeny can give too, because he has very good speed, and he's going to work up there relentlessly and try to catch them again for a second one.
Yeah. And again, we can't make any mistakes at the back, Gino. We've got to be real tight and pick up and keep with our runners.
And Nagoya again knows when to just slow it down, keep it, but he can't hold on to that one. And here's a quick little throw in. And Moses battling with Sterling Flunder. Finds Martinez. Rivera tried 2 back heels, got the second one, and it's gonna be a throw in for the Blues deep in the round. And 1-0 Pittsburgh Riverhounds, 60th minute over the Orange County Blues. Again, very important USL Pro contest. 3 points for the Hounds is going to put them ahead of the Blues and actually would put them even with the Wilmington Hammerheads.
Looking for a long throw in here.
Yep, and it is
into the
bit
box.
of a long one.
And Lish a little bit late coming there, but I think got a hand on it, Gino.
Yeah, he did. He got a little bit of a fist. Just not as clean as he would have liked, but he got something on to get it out of there.
Yeah.
Just trying to whip that one in.
The Riverhounds would like to recognize
here it is again.
Oh.
didn't get to see the cross, but well cleared out by Marsh. And
another big throw-in. Yeah, and that's cleared out by Anthony Arena. Well done on his part. Here's Martinez, tries to spin away from Cesti Dabaki. He's going to find Turner out wide. Turner's going to whip that in. Not a bad ball, but very well defended by Anthony Arena, staying with Cortez and very alertly dropping off and catching that angle.
And I see Nico, he needs his players to get pushed up here, push out, and leave those the Blues back in there for an offside position. But got to get out of the defense as soon as we get possession and try and counter-attack on this Blues team.
So it looks like the Blues are going to make their first substitution, as Thomas Garner is
waiting to get in
the game. We'll see who he's going to substitute for. And so Thomas Garner enters the game in the 62nd minute for the Orange County Blues.
Well,
pick up who he substituted for. We'll try to find that.
And he's going out wide again, wide right. Dolman, Vincent with the ball again. Kerr with it, just knocking it around, looking for that opportunity. Dolman's going to get it and look for a cross, I think. No. Don't want to get caught with this. And Marshall clears the ball out. Putting some pressure on now, the Blues. Every time we've got it, it looks like they've been told to start picking it up and close us down as soon as possible. Try and make us cough the ball up and try and get some opportunities to get some shots on goal.
So Blues trying to push it a little bit more. Garner, the substitute, looks like he's going to drop up into the midfield. The Blues also have, Alan Russell on the bench, and he has 6 goals and 4 assists. He's the leading scorer for the Blues. So we'll see if interesting if we get to see him. I got to think that if your leading scorer's there, you got to make a move here pretty soon.
So. Yeah. I don't know why he's not playing. If he's the leading scorer, maybe he's got a little knock or injury of some kind.
Or something. They could be saving him for Sunday because, as we said, they have a pretty brutal road trip coming up.
And again, well won there by Flunder. Just going back and forth right now. Knocked it down the right. There's a nice cross into the box. Dangerous ball, and let's just
off that one.
Good communication that time, Gino. Marsh didn't know and realised that I think he gave him the call and said he was going to come out and win it. Yeah, great time. And again, going back and forth seems to go to the Blues. They knock it back and back to the Hounds, and nobody really keeping possession at this time.
So it looks like Garner in for Santana as the substitution. That's pretty much a straight swap to midfielders. I don't see any other changes by the Blues at this particular point on the field. They're going to stick with really what they've been doing, just try to get some fresh legs in there and think if...
They got a couple of guys warming up down here on the sideline, and obviously going to probably... There's a good
ball in.
And there's a great...
and at the last second, Mirshed Momeni is able to pick off that one as Joseph Nguyen was lurking on the back post.
But I realized who it was going to, and Joseph, I don't see Joseph getting up and winning that one with his head. He likes the ball on the ground and maybe volley it, but I didn't see him getting up to win that one, and the defender didn't really have a problem with it.
The Hounds doing a good job of keeping it here. Nguyen wheeling and dealing, but that's going to be a serve. There's Garner, the substitute, but he's going to be beaten to that one by Andrew Marshall. But he gives it away to the Blues. And Martinez does well to knock that one in, and Andrew Marshall's going to send this one
over the stands and into
over
the street.
Stands and somebody out there. Here's Danny Earls does well. So.
Yeah, Blues picking it up here, definitely, and really pushing players forward, it seems, Gina.
And they're going to have to on this in the, as we see. So they're going to have to on this one. Here's a throw-in again for the Blues, trying to find somebody. Robbie Vincent actually knocks that back to Michael Lish.
Yeah, I don't know if he meant that. I think he just got his head on it, but it went the right direction and back into Lish's hands.
Yep.
And here we go down the right side of the field, and Vincent looking for Mayer. I thought he was looking. There goes Dolman down the right side, but really not got much space at all, Gino, there.
No, they shut that down pretty well, the Blues.
There's a good run by Kerr. The linesman calling him offside.
He's offside.
That's what he might be.
So 68th minute, 1-0 Pittsburgh Riverhounds over the Orange County Blues. If you're just tuning in this match, we're here at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Gene Klein and Paul Child with you.
And been a very tight match, Gino.
Very tight match, very cautious, but the Riverhounds came up with a goal early in the 55th minute when, after a save by Aaron Perez off Danny Earls, it came back to Danny Earls, and Danny Earls very calmly rolled it back to Michael Green, and Greeny hit a great first-time ball in the upper 90, and that's the difference right now.
Definitely, and as we say, as we said, as it gets closer to the 70th minute, and you're going to see the Blues probably really start pushing, probably throwing on a couple of more players as well. I see another player probably pulling off his yellow top and maybe getting ready to go in here. That's a good ball.
That's a good little ball from Omeni to Martinez, but Anthony Arena does well to read that, and comes across, and he's going to clear that one out, and not a pay to Omeni, who does well to save it, but that's going to be out of touch, and that will be a Riverhound throw-in. And here comes
the substitution. I thought.
Yeah, and that is Russell, Alan Russell, the leading goal scorer for
the Blues.
It looks like he's
doing well there. Great ball to.
Great ball. Cecilio Baca. What can he deal with this one?
And here goes
and here goes Greeny around him.
Oh, he got the ball back from Blue play.
Seth battles for that one. The Blues are going to come out of that, and boy, that thing was pinged to Garner. Couldn't do much with that one. No. That's going to be a foul on Marshall, I'm sure.
No, playing on?
No, he called it. But
I'm surprised you didn't get a yellow card there, to be honest with you. It was a real late tackle.
And he was free, too, and that's...
Boy.
He's... I'm still waiting for the booking. Well, we still might get it. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, I was
so booking on Andrew Marshall.
I wasn't that surprised by that.
No, not at all.
Again, though, dangerous situation. Free kick on outside, probably 30, 35, 40 yards away, and going to whip this ball in and try and get some player on the end of it. So, again, the Hounds got to be well marked up, picked up. Don't give them any space at all.
There's one in there. There's a battle that's cleared away. And here's Martinez.
Joseph
just
great
sticks a
job
foot in there to get that one. And but he's going to dribble that one out of touch, and I think that will bring Russell into the game. The Blues threw it in before they could make the substitution.
Oh,
it is.
Oh boy, give this guy.
Yeah, there's one. Oh, dangerous. Oh man, Matty Dahlman cleared that one dangerously right back in front of the goal. Fortunately for the Riverhounds, no one there.
totally miskicked that one, and it went right in the wrong place.
Here's Kevin Kerr on Momenty up here. Tries to find Michael Green, but that one's going to go out. Now I think we're going to see Alvin Russell.
Yep.
On for the Blues, and it looks like Cortez is, Chris Cortez coming out for. So interesting. There's subs in their two top goal scorers as we see this ball by Martinez.
Well, Joseph doing really well there, winning the ball back.
Yeah, but it looks like they substitute Russell for. There's the cross that Dahlman.
Miskicked,
but they're substituting Russell for Cortez, and those are the two top goal scorers. So interesting swap there.
Yeah, you thought he left both of them on there, wouldn't you?
Well, you would think. I mean, Cortez has 5 goals, Russell 6. I mean, they're by far the 2 leading scorers. I don't think anybody else has more than a couple.
Maybe it's more of that way they play. Maybe they play very similar to each other, Gino, and get in the way of each other. It looks like he plays up front as a target player.
He's playing up as a target where Cortez was. So we'll see. So 7 approaching. We're still in the 72nd minute. 1-0 Pittsburgh Riverhounds over the Orange County Blues. And again, very, very important last 20 minutes or so for both teams. Hounds and the Blues both battling for that last final playoff spot in USL Pro. Both dangerously close, as are a number of other teams: Wilmington Hammerheads, Houston, or Harrisburg City Islanders, Charlotte Eagles, Charleston Battery, all in the midst of this. So Arizona, all of them battling for that final spot.
So every point counts. So they definitely need these victories coming into the last part of the season. Again, long ball.
And that's going to be headed back to Perez by Taylor Pay, and here's Mershad Momenty looking for some movement. Doesn't
some help. and there's somebody showed.
There's a ball into Martinez.
Oh, well won there
well
by
done
Kerr.
By Kerr. Stood him up. Sterling Flunder stands him up, and then Kevin Kerr coming in to help.
Greeny got the ball here.
Here's Greeny
getting
here.
it on his right foot.
Look for it. And there's Danny Earls. He got on his left, but no, that's going to be wide. You're watching this great USL Pro contest on YouTube. Follow every USL Pro regular season and playoff game. Stream it live on YouTube in 2004. Features include DVR,
nice
chat, social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Riverhounds YouTube channel today.
Danny just got over that ball too much and trying to get a lot of power on it.
Yeah, I just caught on the inside of his foot. Not. And here's that ball cleared away by Sterling Flunder.
And a quick throw in instead of a long throw in again.
And here's
Blues not wasting any time now, Gino, because obviously realizing the clock's ticking and they're trying to keep the momentum going and picking up the pace and putting some pressure on the Hounds here and stolen away there.
But the Hounds back well in numbers to defend, and there's again Kerr trying to find Michael Green.
This is where you can counter to catch him.
Yeah, but some good one-touch stuff from
Blues
the Blues
did well
to get out of there.
Out of that, Gino.
Yeah, good one-touch stuff out, and here he's going to have that. And I think it might have been a deflection, Paul. No, it's a goal kick.
No.
Score, stats, news, and more.
So Cesar Rivera tried one from quite a distance, but really couldn't catch that one. And again, important stuff for the every little touch, every little shot as we see this long one here is going to.
It kind of got underneath it, really.
Yeah, very underneath it. So
here comes a switch on now, Vincent. Yeah, to Dahlman.
To Dahlman.
And see,
Perez is having a couple interesting clearances.
Yeah, some whiffs on
back
the ball.
there, you know. Yeah.
And Hounds keeping possession here. Again, Joseph gets shoulder charged up the ball. Fair tackle too.
Yeah. No call. Joseph keeps it. Takes it off Momenty. Momenty gets a foot on it, and that's going to be out.
Kick.
I think that's going to be a corner kick. That'll be the Hounds.
The referee giving a yellow card to the player here, number 13.
13, Momenty.
Momenty arguing in the face of the referee, and the referee pulling out his card.
The referee
right
Momenty wanted that. Momenty wanted that card against Nguyen. He's saying it's a foul. You know, I mean,
I don't know.
I think the breeze blew him down from coming off the river. You know,
nothing touched him. So yeah, silly card actually. Arguing with that one. Another opportunity right now for the Hounds. Put another one in the back of the net now would be a great time for a goal.
That would be brilliant. So we'll see. As we see Matty Dahlman lining up to take this in swinger. And there's Joseph McGuinn. Oh, well, does well there.
Nice back heel
very,
there.
Very clever, huh?
One, yeah.
Yeah.
And Blues trying to work it out of there, and Joseph trying to win it back, and one back by Kerr, and Danny Earl with the ball to Dahlman, and to Dahlman again.
And there's Momenty is going in.
Got it back to Joseph.
Pretty hard.
Oh, nice combination.
One touch.
And Dahlman winning it again. I mean, the Riverhounds really fighting for this ball, Gino, working in this corner, trying to keep possession, looking for that cross into the box. And
the Blues. This is sort of what happened off the goal pole. We had some touches here. The Blues couldn't get possession. They couldn't clear the ball, and then all of a sudden, boom, we get
an opportunity.
Get an opportunity, and was buried by Michael Green.
It looks like a throw into the Blues. Some great little 1-2s here. Dahlman.
Yeah, very, very good little possessions. And a little bit of
referee.
Well, the referee, 10 Rivera, you know, didn't like the fact that Sterling Flunder was actually in touch contact with him and came back very, very hard against him, and the referee stepped in. I think I got to agree with him there. I mean, Sterling was doing nothing but leaning on him, and Rivera very hard pushed him away, and Rivera's yapping like crazy. I think he's talking with Nico down there. Rivera looks so.
Oh, good job there. Okay, give him a free kick.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Where we got to get picked up, marked up really quickly.
So that Ovafati is going to get fouled on that one. And that ball swung out wide to the Blues.
And back
nobody in the ball. And boy, Anthony Arena, does a terrific job just really reading those crosses and knowing when to drop off and getting those lanes.
That's a good ball there, and he's onside.
Yeah,
well
Green,
left there. Yeah. And here's a ball could go.
Another roll back.
Off the post. Hit a defender and off the post.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a great
almost a replay, Paul.
Yes,
from the first goal. I mean, except it was reverse, right? It was from Green to Danny Earls. And here's another cross. And here come the Blues. You know, there's Garner. What Mike Lish does well to come off his line and take that off of his head.
Here it is. I mean, well left there because one player was offside. And,
that hits the post, comes back, and then cleared away by it. But that was the first goal was Earls to Green. That was Green to Danny Earls. So those two are linking up pretty well.
Yep. And Blues there a little bit fortunate that ball went off the post, but the defender got a foot on it, and it was enough to keep it out of the net.
Yep. So we'll see. I mean, the Hounds have been looking very dangerous. I can feel that second goal coming here.
Yeah, you could see that counterattack though. One player was offside. I don't know which one it was. I think Kerr or somebody, and he left the ball and left it for Green, and he was onside, and that's how he got that much space.
So Michael is taking his time. No pressure from the Blues, so he'll hold on to it. But then he's gonna play that one out. That's gonna be a throw in for the Blues, and they're gonna take that one quickly to Martinez. Robbie Vincent's gonna knock that one down.
Oh,
Naguenya got to be bumped. That's gonna be a foul. Joseph does so well; they'll shield that guy off, and he draws a lot of those little fouls. He knows how to get in those lanes,
and he knows they're coming, and he just has to position himself so he can get that opportunity to get a foul.
And so a couple other substitutes coming on for the Blues. Looks like number 2, Stephen Okai, and.
No, I think he's the only one, Gino.
He's the only one
at the moment.
And I think that was for Momenio, I believe.
Boy, long ball. Oh, handball. That was played on by the referee.
And there's a dangerous one.
Defender had his hand up in the air and caught it with his hand, and he was putting some pressure again on the right side. Well cut.
Oh, there
back.
it is.
That's
off the crossbar.
Oh,
says C.D. Ibaka almost put this one away.
That would have been the icing on the cake, but I thought he was shocked as well. I thought he had that in the back of the net. Yeah. But here they come down the other way now.
Russell. He's going to serve that one in. Garner. Michael Lish does well, but it's still free. And cleared away by who else? Anthony Arena has been a rock back there for the Riverhounds, and
somebody getting really.
I think it was Marshall.
It was a crossbar shot.
Yep. Here it is, and
again,
another great rollback. Yeah, see the Ibaka. Boom, that comes back. Oh, beautiful play, but that is Andrew Marshall.
You very rarely see him
center
down
back. There. And you know he got to be hurting if he's down.
Definitely, because you never see him stay on the ground for too long unless something's pretty bad. And another player coming on, it looks like, for the Blues now. It's the last chance again.
Yeah, there's Russell rolling that one back. Garner coming through.
And Lish getting a hand on it. And getting scrambling back up to get another hand on it.
Yeah, it looks like Sterling and Marsh, somebody got banged up, but still attending to Andrew Marshall, looking at his leg. I mean, we're trying to pick up the Blues changes here, which
it looks like 27's coming on for
27.
Rivera, number 10.
Mohamed Rockneypour is going to come on for Rivera. Came out number 10.
Yes, it looked like it.
Yeah, Rockneypour for number 10 for Rivera. Still attending to Andrew Marshall. And while that's going on, we'll let you know that you're watching this on USL Pro on YouTube, and you can get score, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. You can also visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at Facebook.com/USLPro and follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. And of course, you're watching this game on USL Pro on YouTube.
And Andrew Marshall up, so gingerly walking off with his right leg, and I'm sure Nico does not want to see Marshall being taken out of the game, and we've got to know, he's asking the trainer right now, does he need a sub? But knowing Marshall, I think he'll be back in there in a few seconds. He'll walk this thing off and get back in there and battle it out for the last 10 minutes or so of the game.
Yep, we're in the 85th minute of regulation here. 1-0, Pittsburgh Riverhounds over the Orange County Blues. Huge contest here at USL Pro. Very important to the standings, very important for the playoffs. Hounds looking for their 6th win in their last 8 games. It's a remarkable run. Oh, and wow, that was the substitute. Rockneypour just hit that right back to
the goalkeeper,
Mike Lish. I mean, I'm not sure what the Hounds were trying to do on that one, but as we see Garcia and Mike Green going at it. So getting closer and closer to stoppage time.
The Blues just trying to get the momentum going again and trying to put some pressure on the Hounds here, and the Hounds have got to be steadfast and don't commit. And
yeah, Stephen Akai has come on. Looks like really like when he came on for Momentia, Blues went to 3 in the back, trying to push up extra midfielder.
Extra midfield play, yeah.
And here's one to Russell, going one-on-one with Anthony Arena. Anthony Arena has not been beat tonight, that's for sure.
And that's good marking. I mean, Russell's working hard, but he's finding himself in those wide positions. And if he's a goal scorer, he wants to be really in front of the goal. But he seems to be making those runs. And here comes a long throw in, and Marshall's there to win it, as usual. And free kick, I think it is, to the Riverhounds.
For the Riverhounds.
And it looks like the Hounds going to have a sub here with
this is
a new addition.
The new addition, Mackenzie Pridham. See who if he comes on here. He's a forward. I don't know if he'll come on for Mike Green.
Mike's worked hard, and
he's put in a lot of
mileage.
A lot of mileage out there. Yeah, he has. He's worked very, very hard, but seems
maybe it's
still going well. You know,
yeah.
A lot
maybe
of energy.
It's Joseph that he's
could come on for Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe put Greeny back and let Mackenzie push up.
Yeah. But Joseph seems to be into the game too. I mean, he doesn't. I'm sure he's.
Well, at this stage of the game, it's always good to have a player of Joseph's experience and composure
to slow the game down at the right times and place.
You know. And there's a good one, good entry ball by Akai to Rocknapour. He's going to put that one across, but there's Anthony Arena again. I mean, he and Marshall have read every ball across, so there's not too many that have found a Blue player.
And earlier in the season, Gino, they were playing like for each other, or one of them wasn't playing, and now it seems they found that combination.
Well, I mean, Anthony's been with us for a while. He's been up and down with the Dynamo, and now they've had some games, and it's and I think this is going to be Joseph Laguenya, Paul. So
yeah,
we'll probably see Greeny drop back to the midfield.
I think so. Dangerous situation here for the Hounds. Got to mark up tight, as I keep on saying. Don't give them any space whatsoever or any chance for a shot on goal. Got to win the ball immediately. There it is. Way long.
Yeah, way too long.
Knocked back out.
Yeah.
Look for
and Marshall down again. I mean, that was a little bit dangerous because they looked for Russell, and there was a big. I was thinking, oh, Russell's way outside, but Marshall was down inside the 6.
It looks like we're going to get Marshall out.
Yeah, Ribeiro. The other new addition to the Hounds roster, Andrew Ribeiro, I think he will go on for Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall's struggling a little bit, and referee's telling I don't know what he's telling on the goalkeeper. Yeah, changing.
So here in the 90th minute, so you know, smart substitution by the Riverhounds coaching staff, Nico Cottage to. You know, Marsh staying down until they can get him off with the trainer, and that'll kill a few minutes as we're.
And Ribeiro just joining the team. I don't know how much
at a time.
How much chance he's had to play with Arena, but hopefully this combination will be good for the next. We don't know how many minutes extra time.
I got to see I got to think. I got to be a few extra minutes. A lot of substitutions.
I think at least 5 minutes. To be honest,
I would think so too. Yeah, I was going to guess 5. But, and it looks like the Blues are coming. They're going to come up with another substitution here.
The Blues now, I would think, in this last part of the game, going to throw everything they possibly can up.
And that Rivera's first touch is an interesting chest. That's going to be out, and that's going to be the going up in the 5th corner for the Blues.
And looking to take it quick, take a short one. Nobody coming out to. Referees.
What he said, the ball was moving, I think, Paul. Is that what they try to say? I saw him motioning for his hands, or he was calling for the substitution.
I think he was letting the substitution come on, and
Gabriel Gonzalez is going to come on.
Now he has.
And Martinez comes out for the Blues. Oh, there's one. Garner blocked.
Still back in.
Again. Yes, but no one there again for the Blues.
Lish will calm it down, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would hope so.
And for, take his time with this. Needs everybody to push up, and that's a long ball back to the to the other goalkeeper with a drop kick.
Yeah, well, we called that 5 minutes of stoppage time. And as we've been saying,
this game is.
Well, this is not. And here's a good chance. Oh, just cleared off the line
by Vincent.
Yeah. So
putting some pressure on us, as we said, Jano.
Tremendous pressure. Looking for Russell across, and Vincent just knocks that one away, and again.
Some call, I don't know.
That's off the 6. That's a goal kick. So that'll help the Riverhounds a little bit, relax things, and give them the opportunity to.
Here's the ball whipped in. Ricocheted off somebody and then cleared out.
So, desperate shot for the Blues, but it's getting close. We're into stoppage time here.
And the coach is really getting on their players, the Hound players, to pick it up and work hard and chase everything down, which you need them to do at this time. There's a long kick way down the field. And one by Arena.
Stephen Akai, one of the substitutions. Sir Michaelis was off his line. He was in a good starting position for that one. I caught him, and he was in line with that one, and he was easily to pick this one off.
And this is where we need to really push up and leave the Blues in there, because they're going to be offside, but we're kind of being tentative. And
Robbie Vincent taking no chances, just try to knock that one back. And Mackenzie Pridham's going to put some pressure on him. And
great.
Yeah.
Well, shoulder to shoulder. I got to agree with him.
That's what he was saying, but referee says, well, a little bit in back. Ceci Diabaka. Probably didn't like that one.
And he kept it in, Dolman, and continues on.
Yeah, that's C.D. Abaka over there. Kept that in, and so we'll see. We're pretty deep into at a time. Here's a long one to Russell, and but Michael Ish off his line for that one, and reads it pretty well. So still 1-0. Riverhounds over the Orange County Blues. Hounds looking to jump over the Blues and get into a great playoff position.
Yeah, this would be great for them. And they're winning the ball back too. And referee doesn't even seem to be looking at his watch at all. I don't know. Yeah. It seems like there's at least a minute or two.
Yeah, we got to be pretty close to 5 minutes. Hounds again with this win. 3 points. That will tie them with the Wilmington Hammerheads with 26 points, and that puts them in that 8th spot. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and now they have to close this one out, Paul.
Definitely, and long ball, and got to be pretty close to time.
Yeah,
right now. Referee
you see
looking at his watch.
The bench just going up. How much time? How much time? And here's one for the Blues. And
well, the ref just did look at his watch.
Oh, here's a guy. He's going to get that one. Oh. No. Oh, great save by Mike Lish.
Boy, that's the
nice
the
1-2 by the Blues, but Mike Lish read it well, went down, smothered that one brilliantly. Terrific play by Mike Lish.
Hey, That was the play of the game right there.
Right there.
Not a very good clearance.
Yeah, not a good clearance. A guy comes with that one. Boom, quick little 1-2, and that is going to be it. The Hounds come up with a win, 26 points for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. 6 wins in the last 8 games for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Puts them right up there into playoff contention. Terrific win for the Hounds, Paul.
Yeah, definitely needed, Gino. Been last week coming off with a win and 3-1 against the Galaxy, and doing this to the Blues. Got to build some confidence into the team, Gino. They're going to go on a road trip, but got to feel good about themselves and come way up. We've been sitting on the bottom of the division for so long. It's great to see them finally up there with the big guys.
Yeah, and the Hounds. The fortunate thing, the Hounds go on the road to Arizona next Saturday. However, they got a week off. It's not one of the road trips where you're seeing back-to-back games or playing 2 games in 3 days like the Blues have to do, because they have to go to they have to now get on a bus and go to Rochester and play them on Sunday, and then travel down to South Carolina to play Charleston. That is not easy. So that's very difficult for them. Certainly they can pick up points, but that's not easy.
So Arizona not doing so great either. I mean, they're down there as well, and this is a great time for the Hounds to kind of jump on top of that.
Yeah, no, they jump. That puts the Hounds 5 points clear of Arizona. So they're Arizona's at.
They're in the driving seat, Gino.
At the Galaxy tomorrow night. So everything is up for grabs, and nothing is definitive yet. But again, terrific effort on the part of the Hounds, and now that they have their destiny in their control, really.
Yes, it's in their hands, and obviously, as I say, they got some confidence going at the moment, and they've won the 6th game out of 8, and that's a great win for them. Not a could have had a couple more goals. We saw the post, hit the crossbar. Also, the Blues hitting the post early in the first half, but the Hounds definitely pulled it together here and had more possession and more greater chances, and came away with that 1 goal that counted for them.
Yeah, I think a deserved win for the Riverhounds.
Exactly.
So we hope you enjoyed this USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Orange County Blues. We're going to show you a few highlights before we sign off. And there's one of the main highlights, seeing the police dog. But
here comes a great shot by Vincent. They didn't quite get enough on it. And
yeah, some of these are from early in the first half.
Yeah. There's a cross cleared. That's the one where Johnson kind of needed some communication. And Johnson there, I think if he'd have hit that ball first time, could have caught the keeper off guard.
Yeah, so those are some of the early chances for the Hounds in the first half. Here's the one that the Blues nearly missed off the post. And so, again, as we watch these highlights, Paul,
here's the
goal. As we see Danny Earl's great composure, great cutback to Michael Green, and he rips that
just
one in after 90.
one.
And of course, that's the game winner for the Hounds. Again, Earl's to Mike Green. So as we watch these and see some of the excited fans here at Highmark Stadium, it's great to see the Riverhounds back on a winning track and pushing themselves towards that playoff position.
Oh yeah, we've been waiting for it to happen for quite a while, Gino, and it's great to see, and obviously great for the fans to go home with a win under the belt again, and really in a great driving seat.
Well, we said really from the beginning of the year, there's a lot of quality in the side, and it's just a matter of time before they would start to gel, and we've seen like some of the things we have seen really in the back, that the back four started to gel with Anthony Arena being here on a consistent basis. That has helped enormously, and Joseph Nguyen has picked up his play significantly. So a lot of good things have been happening for
a lot of guys doing what they came to do and
what they're paid to do, and
that's what's
really
good to see.
Okay, so from Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this is a USL Pro contest between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the Orange County Blues. 1-0 victory for the Riverhounds, which puts them at 26 points and back in playoff contention. We will see you again here next Sunday on the 24th with the FC Dallas Reserves coming to Highmark Stadium. The Hounds on the road next week at Arizona. So we hope you enjoyed this match, and we hope you'll come back with us again in a couple of weeks for that game with FC Dallas.
Yeah, and got to give it credit to Mike Lish, I think, player of the game there right at the very end. Kept the Riverhounds with that victory. But, yeah, we'll see you again in a couple of weeks, and thank you.
Thank you. So for Paul Child, I'm Gene Klein. Have a great evening, and we'll see you in a few weeks.